Thoughts of Vivekananda, Way to Regeneration. The basis of all systems, social or political, rests upon the goodness of men. No nation is great or good because Parliament enacts this or that, but because its men are great and good. Men are more valuable than all the wealth of the world. Suppose the government give you all you need. Where are the men who are able to keep up the things demanded? So, make men first. When you have men who are ready to sacrifice their everything for their country, sincere to the backbone, when such men rise, India will become great in every respect. Then only will India awake, when hundreds of large-hearted men and women, giving up all desires of enjoying the luxuries of life, will long and exert themselves to their utmost for the well-being of the millions of their countrymen who are gradually sinking lower and lower in the vortex of destitution and ignorance. Work among those young men who can devote heart and soul to this one duty, the duty of raising the masses of India. Awake them, unite them, and inspire them with the spirit of renunciation. It depends wholly on the young people of India. 100,000 men and women, fired with the zeal of holiness, fortified with eternal faith in the Lord, and nerved to lion's courage by their sympathy for the poor and the fallen and the downtrodden, will go over the length and breadth of the land, preaching the gospel of salvation, the gospel of help, the gospel of social raising up, the gospel of equality. Have faith in yourselves and stand upon that faith and be strong. That is what we need. Such a faith makes men of us, makes gods of us. Have faith that you are all born to do great things. Each one of us will have to believe that everyone else in the world has done his work, and the only work remaining to be done to make the world perfect has to be done by himself. This is the responsibility we have to take upon ourselves. The political systems that we are struggling for in India have been in Europe for ages, have been tried for centuries, and have been found wanting. One after another, the institutions, systems, and everything connected with political government have been condemned as useless. It is hopeless and perfectly useless to attempt to govern mankind with the sword. No civilization can grow unless fanaticism, bloodshed, and brutality stop. One must admit that law, government, politics are phases, not final in any way. And that is why religion is of deeper importance than politics, since it goes to the root and deals with the essentials of conduct. This state of society exists not on account of religion, but because religion has not been applied to society as it should have been. In this land of charity, let us take up the energy of the first charity, the diffusion of spiritual knowledge. After preaching spiritual knowledge, along with it will come that secular knowledge and every other knowledge that you want. But if you attempt to get this secular knowledge without religion, I tell you plainly, vain is your attempt in India. It will never have a hold on the people. The first plank in the making of a future India, the first step that is to be hewn out of that rock of ages, is the unification of religion. National union in India must be a gathering up of its scattered spiritual forces. Religion must be studied on a broader basis. All narrow, fighting ideas of religion have to go. What our country now owns are gigantic wills which nothing can resist. which can penetrate into the mysteries and the secrets of the universe and will accomplish their purpose in any fashion, even if it meant going down to the bottom of the ocean and meeting death face to face. This is what we want, and that can only be created, established, and strengthened by understanding and realizing that ideal of the oneness of all. None can regenerate this land of ours without the practical application and effective operation of this ideal of the oneness of things. Let me tell you that we want strength, and every time strength. And the Upanishads are the great mine of strength. Therein lies strength enough to invigorate the whole world. The whole world can be vivified, made strong, energized through them. They will call with trumpet voice upon the weak, the miserable, and the downtrodden of all races, all creeds, and all sects, to stand on their feet and be free. Freedom, physical freedom, mental freedom, and spiritual freedom are the watchwords of the Upanishads. If there is one word that you find coming out like a bomb from the Upanishads, bursting like a bombshell upon masses of ignorance, it is the word fearlessness. And the only religion that ought to be taught is the religion of fearlessness. Arise, awake from this hypnotism of weakness. None is really weak. The soul is infinite, omnipotent, and omniscient. Stand up, assert yourself, proclaim the God within you. Do not deny Him. Too much of inactivity, too much of weakness, too much of hypnotism has pain and is upon our race. Teach yourselves, teach everyone his real nature. Call upon the sleeping soul and see how it awakes. Power will come, glory will come, goodness will come, purity will come, and everything that is excellent will come when this sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. No amount of force or government or legislative cruelty will change the condition of a race. But it is the spiritual culture and ethical culture alone that can change wrong racial tendencies for the better. Denunciation is not at all the way to do good. I do not believe in reforms. I believe in growth. I do not dare to put myself in the position of God and dictate to the society, this way thou shouldst move and not that. My ideal is growth, expansion, development on national lines. Each individual has to work out his own salvation. There's no other way, and so also nations. Growth is always gradual. Take man where he stands, and from thence give him a lift. I'm sorry to say that most of our modern reform movements have been inconsiderate imitations of Western means and methods of work, and that surely will not do for India. We do stand in need of social reform. We have to wait till the people are educated, till they understand their needs and are ready and able to solve their problems. The tyranny of the minority is the worst tyranny in the world. Therefore, instead of frittering away our energies on ideal reforms, which will never become practical, we had better go to the root of the evil and make a legislative body, that is to say, educate our people so that they may be able to solve their own problems. Until that is done, all these ideal reforms will remain ideals only. The new order of things is the salvation of the people by the people, and it takes time to make it workable, especially in India. If you wish to be a true reformer, three things are necessary. The first, to feel. Do you really feel for your brothers? Do you really feel that there is so much misery in the world, so much ignorance and superstition? Do you really feel that men are your brothers? Does this idea come into your whole being? Does it run with your blood? Does it tingle in your veins? Does it course through every nerve and filament of your body? Are you full of that idea of sympathy? If you are, that is only the first step. You must think next if you have found any remedy. The old ideas may be all superstition, but in and round these masses of superstition are nuggets of gold and truth. Have you discovered the means by which to keep that gold alone without any of the dross? One more thing is necessary. What is your motive? Are you sure that you are not actuated by greed of gold, by thirst for fame or power? My heart is too full to express my feeling. You know it. You can imagine it. So long as the millions live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every man a traitor who, having been educated at their expense, pays not the least heed to them. I call those men who strut about their finery, having got all their money, by grinding the poor, wretches, as long as they do not do anything for those 200 millions who are now no better than hungry savages. The only service to be done for our lower classes is to give them education, to develop their lost individuality. Give them ideas. That's the only help they require, and then the rest must follow as the effect. Remember that the nation lives in the cottage, but alas, nobody ever did anything for them. Can you raise them? Can you give them back their lost individuality without making them lose their innate spiritual nature? A few thousand graduates do not make a nation. A few rich men do not make a nation. True, our opportunities are less, but still there is enough to feed and clothe and make 300 millions more comfortable, nay, luxurious. 90% of our people are without education. Who thinks of that? These babus, the so-called patriots? I love the poor, the ignorant, the downtrodden. I feel for them. The Lord knows how much. I do not care a fig for human approbation or criticism. I think most of them as ignorant, noisy children. They have not penetrated into the inner nature of sympathy, into the spirit which is all love. I do not believe in a God of religion which cannot wipe the widow's tears or bring a piece of bread to the orphan's mouth. However sublime be the theories, however well spun may be the philosophy, I do not call it a religion, so long as it is confined to books and dogmas. The eye is in the forehead and not in the back. Move onward and carry into practice that which you are proud to call your religion, and God bless you. Do you love your fellow men? Where should you go to seek for God? Are not all the poor, the miserable, the weak gods? Why not worship them first? Have you love? You are omnipotent. Are you perfectly unselfish? You are irresistible. The present enthusiasm is a little patriotism. It means nothing. If it is true and genuine, you will find in a short time hundreds of heroes coming forward and carrying on the work. The past was great, no doubt, but I sincerely believe that the future will be more glorious still. Stop not to look back for name or fame or any such nonsense. Throw self overboard and work. Work. Work the idea, the plan, my boys, my brave, noble, good souls. To the wheel, put your shoulders.